Oops.
Come in.
The heck? Did I kill it? Well, let's put
Primary
that back up. There.
Never find the more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Hey everybody, my name is Christopher Sean. I play Kazuda Ziano in Star Wars Resistance, and you are watching the Virtual Cantina Network.
And we're ready to believe you.
Who you gonna call?
He-Man.
There
Wrong
you go.
movie.
Well, you call him too, yeah.
Yes. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another week of the Virtual Cantina Watch Along. We got the team back together. Suck it all in with the Ghostbusters. I know, I'm full of quotes today from the second movie.
Well, I mean, yeah.
We're very excited to watch tonight's episode of Ghostbusters, the classic 1984 movie. Especially considering the fact that some of the senior management was at ILM this past weekend and got to see Slimer and the Scolari brothers, which was like really, really cool. Hey, you had to do this thing called, I don't know, anniversary. It's not my problem. I can read. It's not Braille.
He'd like you to feel it though.
Yeah.
I think he's about to do the good old Fangul to me.
There you go.
But no, it was a wonderful trip. Jeff, Frank, Keanu, MVO, and I, and we missed Dave. Dave,
Yes, very much so.
Very much so. We talked about you, and because man, we wish Dave was here. But next time,
Yes.
One person kept saying that.
Damned adult responsibilities.
Yeah, damn adult responsibilities.
Dull responsibilities.
But no, we had an incredible event last week over at VIP Home Theaters. Thanks to the VIP for hosting us for a really, really fun event for Diana Lee and Ensanto. I used a lot of fun, and Jeff did a bang-up job MacGyvering a studio together and having it broadcast live on the VCN.
That was an interesting process, having to go live from a random location as opposed to sitting at my desk here, in my workspace. So,
See, now you know though, and now it's going to get dangerous. That's like the time we talked about on UF that I broadcast from my truck while I was at like a skeet shooting competition.
Well, we actually mentioned that. We're like, wow, that was so good. I said, yeah, what's going to suck about it is that we're going to say, well, we did it once, so now we could do it again. That was literally the conversation we had in the car on the way home. It was like, that wasn't as bad as we thought it was.
We've talked about doing that before. We've talked about like doing that from cons, is doing the show live from like the booth or something, which we totally
that's been brought up multiple times, and we've never followed through.
But now we're like, well, we can do it.
And knowing is half the battle.
That's very much so.
But no,
Ooh, can I add that to my list? Except that movie kind of sucks. The original cartoon.
As long as I can put the Transformer movie on there so we can hear, you got the
dude. That just wins. I would watch. Yes. Leonard Nimoy and Orson Welles. Yes.
I need,
But no,
I
we
need
had
to add one to my list that I just thought of when you said animated.
We had a
And
great time in Chicago, and then had an awesome. We had first flight out in the morning. We barely even made it to the plane because of
that was fun.
various things, but we got there in plenty of time actually, and went directly to Lucasfilm, which we had a great tour and a phenomenal Wagyu lunch, Wagyu burgers straight from the ranch.
It was
pretty
still
damn
kicking.
Yep. Every time we saw a cow, we just kept on calling it Wagyu, which was the tour was great. You know, hit the store, hung out down by the pier. Yeah, there you go.
Picked up some stuff.
Yeah, some stuff. Hung out by the water at night and went to a really cool seafood restaurant and just chilled a little bit.
Walked to Ghirardelli for some tasty dessert.
Oh yes, that was phenomenal. We walked it off and we realized that half of us are hobophobic.
Yeah, that was interesting. We're also Waymo-phobic.
And Waymo-phobic. Oh my god. So funny thing about San Francisco as well as we're trying to get there is if you've ever driven in San Francisco, the streets suck. And when you drive a minivan, it's no much better. And I'm a good driver, but I was even scared driving in San Francisco. And we literally drove by that one street that's like.
Yeah, we drove right next to
did
Lombard.
Not go down Lombard.
No. It was
down Lombard.
No. It was to the left of us. It was to the left of us. I took a right.
Yeah. So, we came up on a cross street to go to Lombard to go towards the Presidio, and literally on our left was that twisty part of it with a whole bunch of tourists hanging out trying to get their photos and stuff. And Spencer thought I had tricked him and sent him in the wrong direction, but I was just trying to get to the Presidio, and we happened upon it.
And I'm like, no. but per capita Waymos was ridiculous.
Like every other car was a Waymo, almost.
Yeah, literally. But that was a great day. And then the next day we went and grabbed some coffee at some little coffee shack that was attached to a car dealership.
Yeah, that was kind of odd.
Pretty tasty.
Wasn't horrible. Their stuff was good. I was not sad about what I bought. So.
Yeah. And then we'll thank Matthew Wood for being a gracious host and give us an incredible tour of the ranch and the tech building and the SAG theater, which I actually started crying in the middle of it.
You of course, are talking about the Bunny Ranch.
Wrong ranch.
Yes,
Wrong
we drove down to Reno. No, but it's pretty awesome. Got to sit in the George chair, which made me very, very happy.
Got to a couple places where George frequented that we actually got to sit, so that was kind of cool.
One thing Dave would appreciate is that we walked into the library in the main house. They had a card catalog with the Dewey Decimal System. Out of all the things, they had a letter from Darwin there, and I geeked out over a card catalog. But got to see friends of the group, John Peters, as well as the legendary Lauren Peterson. When we went up to the house for a little bit, got to hang out with them for a little bit. And a good friend of ours, actually, Dave, you met her in Japan, Lisa.
Yeah, I told you, Dave. I told you.
Okay, yes.
We met Lisa there because she was working there. She brought us over to meet John Goodson. And it was
John was working over in the archives.
Yeah, he was having some issues with one thing. We're like, well, we can help, but no.
Too bad you can't get in the building.
Yeah, and then we went over to the firehouse for a little bit and heard over the loudspeaker. There's 4 guys in the same shirt, like walking around the archives right now, and we were
5
like,
of us.
Oh, that's us.
But yes, there was they were concerned with our presence at one point, but that was at the end of the day, so we weren't really worried about it. We were about ready to leave. So
from there, we had a really fun meetup down at Bartlett Hall. That was, some great members. Some members I have never met before. Some I've met I've known for a long time and met for the first time. But
it was a pretty good turnout.
Very nice turnout. About 20 of us about there.
We shut the bar down too.
We literally shut the bar down and went over to. They had some heart statues around the city, and we found the one that had Yoda, which was kind of cool, which was in walking distance. And then the next day, we checked out of our Airbnb and went over to Rancho Obi-Wan.
But we stopped on the way.
Oh, yes. We stopped on the way. We went to a couple places. We went to Imagination Park and saw the Yoda statue as well as the Indiana Jones statue. We walked over to
San Anselmo,
the original Lucasfilm, and went to the parking lot where Harrison learned how to use the whip.
How to whip it good.
Had lunch at a little pizza place across the street that had some tasty food. Then we drove over to 3210 and just walked around there for a little bit.
Outside, yes, very much not basically what we had done during the family vacation. It hadn't changed really at all since then. Still vacated, except for maybe they went and got that door to put up in Lucasfilm's headquarters. That's the only thing.
But it was very, very good. And then obviously went to Rancho Obi-Wan, which was fun. Definitely a great tour if anybody's ever around there. But a solid trip. We were able to tell Pablo Hidalgo that we were the guys that had Matt and Dave, Matt and David sing Young UM.
There you go. Did you stop to see some horses? For their horses?
No, but we were looking for you around San Quinn and Alcatraz, though, right? We had some nice drives, along the coast.
When we were on approaching and at the ranch, we saw some horses, I do believe. Yes. At least driving up there, if not on the ranch. We saw some beef walking around, some hamburgers that were not quite ready to be eaten.
Yes. Wagyu Junior and Wagyu Supreme. But no, it was a lovely trip, and it was great to get everybody together and talk about the future of what's going on. We got some really great things going on. Some things to be excited about.
The future. That, Sherry, right there.
Yeah, for more reasons than one, unfortunately. But yeah, so it was interesting.
It was fun. Good trip. Very happy for that. But very happy for everybody with the things that we had planned.
Did you die?
But did you die? Yeah, exactly. Like Mr. Chow.
They did not.
No, I think they voted for me not to be the driver next time. I think it's unanimous, including myself. But that's besides the point. But it was a great trip. A lot of things coming up. First and foremost, we have a meetup in 2 weeks at Rhode Island Comic-Con. So we hope to see you all there. We'll have some surprises show up. Hey, Dave, you're going to go see your friend Larry. So
I am.
Okay. Great to see you, Chantel. But yes, our annual meetup at Rhode Island Comic-Con. Hope to see you all there if you're going to end up being there. And that's our last meetup of the year. But we're already planning some stuff, including already announced. Dave, you named this event, so why don't you make the announcement?
Yes, so it has been confirmed, people, that we will be back again. We're going to do Boonty Eve Special Edition Texas 2. The Electric Boogaloo is you have to do it, Texas 2. Going to be August the 7th, 2026, back in Frisco. So join us there. It should be like all kinds of crazy fun.
And we got some massive shenanigans planned. And one of which actually was inspired by this particular movie, but we're going to let that fester for quite a bit. But we're very excited about that. Also, I mean, I'm pretty psyched about the fact that their first two guests they announced. First off, Ray Park and then Paul Lee.
Oh, yes.
Those are some really solid I'd say first guest announcements for a con.
Absolutely, 100%. Is because there's always more Ray stuff that I need signed. I have one, and it's beautiful and amazing. Always more stuff, and then Paulie.
Yes,
I just got my new 3 3/4 inch Carson Teva figure in, so perfect timing for that.
And now I got to go find a bucket. And I got to find that bucket, and I got to find the I know you already have done, but also get Snake Eyes helmet as well.
Yes,
that would be nice with a nice.
So many buckets. You're gonna have like 5 extra suitcases.
Yeah, pretty much. But no, very excited about that. So
we need to talk to make sure we're not bidding on the same Snake Eyes bucket.
So we're not raising the price on both of us. But also we have the family vacation a couple weeks later. It's gonna be a lot of fun. If you're interested in being part of our shenanigans, you can book on your own or go through our rep Sean can help it out. I'm gonna be very intrigued to figure out how Dave finagles the fact that we have one after another and still remain married.
Yeah, there's that.
They're literally like 3 weeks after each other, each individual event. So
yeah, it's a lot of stuff in a short span of time for sure.
But very excited about that, and obviously gearing up towards Star Wars Celebration 2027, which we got some really awesome stuff in the works. So very excited for when we're able to announce more along with that. But yeah, I'm like I said, I'm very rejuvenated from the trip. I feel that we got a tremendous amount accomplished, and took stock in what we did over the last couple of years. Like I said, Dave, you were very much missed, but
thank you so much.
Talked about, and we tried several times to call and FaceTime, but
I was literally on a horse when I really was. I was literally.
Yeah, we wanted to talk to a man about a horse, but he was indisposed.
Yes, but Jeff, what did you like about the trip?
Just so much time that we spent with Matt Wood was amazing. We would walk through areas and then stop and then just chat for 10, 15 minutes about random things, about Star Wars, about things that went over most of our heads while we we're in the library, but that's for another story for another time. Mm-hmm. Finding out, that guy basically was born and raised at the ranch.
Special skills, live with parents.
Yes. And availability. I got class on Tuesday and Thursday, but other than that, that was hilarious. But yeah, the amount of time that we were able to spend with people that gave us the tours in general was just like really cool, where we didn't feel rushed at all for any of the stuff we did, except for trying to drive through San Francisco traffic maybe. But it was really cool to sort of be able to take all this stuff in and not feel like somebody was trying to go to the next thing and get rid of you or something. So it was really cool at Lucasfilm. It was really, starting at VIP, that was really cool. That was a great event. Everybody did an excellent job. Our Chicago garrison, as it were, really stepped up and did an amazing job of, prepping. Well, first they did the recon, and then they did the prep before we got there, and then they helped everybody get everything set up. And, basically the event was very smooth, went off without a hitch. Everybody involved was very pleased, especially Diana, which was amazing. She was so gracious. And so that was a lot of fun. And the only problem with that was the lack of sleep, which we sort of caught up with on the plane. But being, I've never taken a trip across halfway, 2/3 of the way across the country and literally been there for 17 hours before I was heading back the other way again. So that was kind of surreal. And then like I said, the time that we got to spend in Lucasfilm was amazing. Actually visiting the store was very cool.
Don't you mean Lucasfilm?
Lucas, yeah. We had some interesting encounters with the GPS and stuff. So yeah, we had some things going on, but getting to go to the store, which I'd been in before, but I had to stand in a long line of people waiting for that. Whereas this time we just walked in and browsed and figured out what we wanted and bought it and went on our way. But also got to visit the Skywalker Ranch store at Lucasfilm, which was amazing because I didn't even know it was there. I figured there was one at Skywalker Ranch, which there was, and we got to visit that one too. But the fact that they had that at the Presidio was really cool. The commissary where we ate and happened to, like you said, saw Pablo as we were walking in. Got to say something to him. Saw some other luminaries sort of just hanging out, and had an amazing view of the bay from their seating area there. Saw some really cool stuff, including that guy right next to me.
Mm-hmm.
In many forms.
No, he did not see Ernie.
The other way. This way over here. Not Ernie
Hudson
stuff.
Me?
The green guy. Are you green?
I don't know.
You were there in spirit. And
there we go. I was there in spirit, and the green guy, apparently. There we go.
He's a spirit, too. We saw different incarnations of him, which was kind of trippy. But that was amazing. Lots of sort of little things all over the place. Amazing artwork and posters and different stuff. And then, like I said before, the amount of time that Matt sort of just allowed us to hang out was out of hand. That was like amazing.
The one thing that John Kiano said that, which was pretty inspiring, and it was, made me think about it a little bit more, is we literally got to sit in his office and just talk Star Wars.
Yeah. So that was one of those moments where I think we were there probably for like a half an hour, just talking about stuff and processes and, the history he has there at the ranch and, things that have happened in that space, including George coming in and sitting on the couch right behind him and, watching a cut of whatever he was working on. And John's like, oh yeah. So he sat down in that seat, got a feel for the George spot.
I thought it was really cool to find out also is that every time we're at Galaxy's Edge, when we're talking to Kylo, we're talking to Matt Wood.
Oh yeah. That was actually amazing to hear that, because he does a lot of Kylo voiceover stuff. And the amount of the lines he said were recorded for that specifically was mind-boggling, because really, I mean, you don't get to hear all of it. You get to hear a lot of the same stuff over and over again, but every once in a while Kylo pulls out some other thing and it's like, oh, okay. But it sounds very much like Adam. So
another thing as well is that Jeff, when I got home, I watched Rogue One, and particularly the hallway scene, and I'm like, okay, that's Sam Witwer, that's David Collins.
Oh yeah, all the voice work. That was great to hear that story about the honest reaction that Sam had when they first witnessed that scene and they were doing the voices in that hallway.
Yeah, so a lot of great stuff, a lot of things that it was an experience of a lifetime, but very excited about, like I said, very excited about the future of what we're going with the group. We've got a lot of great things. Also want to plug tomorrow, Life at Lightspeed, the brand new podcast with Colin Weaver, will go live tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern on all the VCN channels. Dave, you're helping EP that show. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, we got everything kind of programmed in. We had a really good talk with Colin the other day, and he's set. He's excited. We're really going to – this is kind of going back to the roots of the channel way back at the idea, which is kind of doing some really quick Star Wars news in a podcast, right? This is like Star Wars 20 shit right there. Mm-hmm. And Colin's going to really kind of bring that up to date. and really, I think, going to do a great job for us. I think it's going to be a really fun show. He's going to do it very podcasty. He will be going live to our channels, but like it says right here, that's going to go the next day. That will be up on all your podcasting channels as well. So do the streaming platforms live, and then go right up to the podcasting stuff the next day, and so you can really keep up with all of your news. And he's gonna, like he said, he's gonna air tomorrow. Is going to be the first episode, but this is going to be a thing. Like, if there is Star Wars breaking news, Life at Lightspeed's going to hit it. They're going to be there. They're going to cover it. That's going to so look out for that.
And this,
yeah, that exactly. Like, when that breaks, is the hunt for Ben Solo. Let's get on that.
I think we need to have T-shirts made of that and not have gimmick infringement. But yes, save Hunt for Ben Solo, because I'm sorry to say, but no one's ever really gone, and no one really dies in Star Wars. Damn it!
There's several T-shirts that say that.
I know.
I think there's an entire collection that has to do with that. Do we even have? I think we still have that up. Yep. No. There you go. Somehow Max Rebo returned.
Okay, I think Dave, get the pen out. Somehow Ben Solo returns.
Somehow Kylo returned. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm being serious.
We have other. We have other. Shirts
I know
as well.
you're being serious, and I'm
We have other shirts going on. We have we have friends or family everywhere. We have the 100,000, which I don't know why the graphic's not in here. So check out our TeePublic, because there's a lot of good stuff on there.
And it was very cool that our member Peter Smith wore a 100,000 T-shirt to Chicago to our
Good
event.
to see it in the wild.
That's cool. All right, was the 100,000? Was it mine or Jeff's?
It was Jeff's version. I wore our version on, but Jeff's version was in purple. He had it in purple, which was really
it looked pretty good actually.
It was great.
Yeah.
It's great to see everybody. It's great to see Chantel and Joanna, Sue, the Vandalorian came by. I have not seen him since Anaheim. It was great, and Chris Mock did a phenomenal job. Shout out to Mocktails from the Cantina. It was an excellent show. But let's talk about this. Let's talk about Ghostbusters.
Woo! We're right on the time frame. So if you have it available, you can get it from a few different locations if you don't have the physical copy, like one Dave O'Neill does.
Well, no, I don't have the physical copy. I have the actual. I own the digital copy.
Oh, okay.
So I do have the physical copy on DVD and Blu-ray and VHS, but no, I own it on Prime Video. It's like a $3.89 rental on Prime. You can get that there. But if you have Telemundo, it is streaming on Telemundo's app. It is, and several others.
That's what
I don't know. I don't have the Telemundo app. I'm just telling you what I am.
I have the Blu-ray set of 1 and 2, so I am watching.
I have Amazon Prime queued up. I did the rental for $3.89, whatever.
Lovely.
And
but we're about that time right now, so why don't we? Who are you going to call?
Who are you gonna call?
Ghost Butter. All right, here we go.
Well, hello, Mumbo Jimbo. Looking forward to seeing you at Rhode Island Comic Con and also at RSC 26. Very cool, my friend. See you in a couple weeks.
Yes.
No, it's really awesome. And I also want to give a quick shout out to our friend Sue, who's came to our event in Chicago. She helped us meet up with VIP Home Theaters. She showed up with like 5 people to the Chicago event.
And then, she had a whole posse.
And then left the next morning to go to HalseyCon, which we had a ridiculous amount of members at.
Oh yeah, I heard good things about that. There.
And even Kentucky ended up going, which I did not know that.
Oh wow.
Da, da, da.
When we got back from Texas, Amanda and I went to New York for her birthday, and we walked around Central Park and so the Tavern on the Green, and also the museum. I mean, that's the museum. The Dana's
The library.
the library, and we saw Spook Central in the over the trees.
Did you go to the firehouse?
We did not get to go to the firehouse because we're mostly on a tour because she's a fan of that show Gossip Girl. So we do a site tour for her for that.
Don't they have ghosts in Gossip Girl too? Come on.
Gossip Girl? Gossip Girl? I don't know.
Well,
Ghostbusters Girl.
I had to promise no Star Wars stuff that weekend too. So
well, I'm just saying I was overruled about going to the firehouse the last time I drove through New York too.
Right.
It's like 3 blocks over. No, you're
There's
not.
your card catalog.
You were outruled by when you drove past Disneyland and you were like Stewie in the car. Disneyland, and your wife's like, no.
Yeah.
But when Amanda went to sleep, I actually did my own pilgrimage to the Harry Potter store in New York, which was actually pretty cool. But this movie in particular, I mean, this is a quintessential.
I mean, how much are there parts of this movie that are not quotable? I don't think so.
And just this, I mean, if you put it up there, and if you're going to say 5 movies from the 1980s that you were, let's say, okay, these are the movies I could spout off the top of my head, are the movies of the century and the decade. This is in the top 5, literally. You talk about
easily.
This, you talk about this, Back to the Future, Goonies, E.T., you would say Return of the Jedi,
Top Gun.
But Ghostbusters is in the top 5. Every conversation you have.
This is so messed up. No wonder it says Venkman burn in hell on his door.
It's not like he's shocking people for no good reason.
Yep. But just it's such an incredible movie. One-liners. The Boss Corps that did from ILM that went off on their own to do all the like the behind the scenes, like the visual effects, the special effects. I mean, Dave, you've been doing a little bit of research on some of the people behind the scenes on this. I'm sure you hear some great things about this and everything.
I mean, yeah, it's the people are on this, or the people that are on anything and everything, all sorts of, because this was such a quintessential time in effects when things were on that cusp of going digital, and then there were so many practical effects, but then there were the new school practical effects, and then there are old school practical effects. Like they're still doing stop motion for things, or they're just going and they're doing every single bit of it, throwing it at the wall and seeing which sticks. Is like, they might have done the Marshmallow Man in a suit and as a stop motion and as this, and then let's see which one of them looks the best.
Yeah. Well, we know somebody who portrayed the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Someone who played the Marshmallow Man.
There he is, Billy.
Yeah.
He was going to make $5 from getting shocked. Too bad.
Did that guy ever do anything else?
Both him and the girl have done some cons lately in the last 5 years to get their $20.
Well, the girl was like in everything in the 80s for a while.
Prevalent.
She like every TV show. Was she on like Charles in Charge or something and all? Yeah.
But
and I mean, you've made it when you've acted with Scott Baio.
Ugh.
Oh yes. What happened to Aaron Moriarty again?
Aaron Moran, yeah.
Yeah.
Not good things. Anyways, I did meet Henry Winkler a few weeks ago. He was very cool. I'm pretty sure he's trying to distance himself from Scott Baio.
But just a lot of like people in here that just small time that they were small actors at this time, just trying to get into the business, and then all of a sudden you see them, blossom later on.
And you see where all of these people came from. If you watch, I happened to stumble upon, and my wife and I were watching the other night. It's called I Like Myself.
I want to see that.
The John Candy documentary.
Oh, I got to see that. Yeah.
Frank went the other night in Boston.
And he went to like a screening or something, didn't he?
He went to screening in Boston with Ryan Reynolds, Mike Myers' brother, and Stephen Page from the Bare Naked Ladies.
Wow.
Hosting that. I need to watch. I'm probably going to watch that this weekend.
Yeah.
What is it on? Good. Do you know?
Prime.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm fine. Get it from Prime.
I was about to say 8:00. You're a legitimate phenomenon.
Oh.
I like to call back at the end of what was it, Afterlife, when Dana's doing it to Peter, and he's like, "Yeah, that was kind of juvenile."
Well, I'm just saying, I'm reminded as the scenes outside the library, that it's so obvious that this was shot on film. It has such a vibrant film, and looking at those lions, and it's not the same when they do it again in Frozen Empire. It's not the same.
Right.
Egon.
Although I have to say, Jason Reitman did a great job with the movies that he's.
I've enjoyed the movies very much. It's just the quality of being shot on modern cameras or being shot digitally.
Right. Yeah.
It's
digital versus film.
The movies,
all kinds of things.
I've enjoyed. I had some philosophical differences with the storyline of Frozen Empire because a lot of it was taken and changed, not in a good way, from a 2 or 3 part arc of the real Ghostbusters cartoon.
Oh yeah,
and they changed it unnecessarily. I think in some ways, if you had done the Sam Hain story and I literally made that Sam Hain instead of the horned beastie, whatever dooflotchy that they made it and shoehorned in a bunch of other crap. It's like,
but I enjoyed Afterlife. Like I thought it was a quality.
Oh, Afterlife was amazing. I'm talking about Frozen Empire had a few issues.
I know that.
I had no notes for Afterlife.
Afterlife was really good, and then Frozen Empire did have some lacking elements.
Yeah, I have no notes for Afterlife. That is one of those that we've gotten a few more of a bunch lately. That is the way you do a sequel after 30 years.
Yeah. I have to say that I probably one of the minority, but I enjoyed the Ghostbusters prior to that Paul Feige or Feig, whatever his last name is, directed with the amazing female comedy team as the Ghostbusters. I love all of them individually, and I thought they worked great together, even though a lot of people don't like that Ghostbusters movie. I saw it a few times. I don't hate it.
That's fine.
I don't.
I did kind of not like the Ernie Hudson cameo. Kind of bugged me, but other than that,
I mean, we have
Bill Murray cameo was unnecessary.
Yeah,
some of the. But we also have members that liked Kingdom of Crystal Skull, so it's okay. His eyes just bugged. We saw the Crystal Skull.
No, I'm just like, hey, yeah, I don't love all of those comedians as much. I don't like a lot of their humor, and
I would have to say I'm probably a fan of all of them individually, and then I liked really seeing them as a group. So yeah, that probably has a lot to do with it. But
yeah. But yeah, Afterlife is one of those things. It's like on the list of Top Gun Maverick. Is like if you're gonna like have a sequel after that many years, that's how you do it. You do the right callbacks. You do the right level of new stuff going forward.
Look, it's
Force Awakens could take notes.
Throw Cobra Kai to that.
Well, in terms of being done well, yeah.
Yes.
Look, it's the ghost of Jocasta Nu in the library here.
I mean, yes. Well, like for the longest period, like I assumed that really kind of was what Jocasta Nu was supposed to be.
Yeah,
is right. Like, is she a force ghost or a projection or whatever?
If she turns around and says, "What about the droid attacking the Wookiees?"
No, she's gonna be like, if it's not in the archives, it doesn't exist.
Yes.
Originally. Yeah.
Where are you from? Originally.
The old standby doesn't work.
I think you guys are a little bit ahead of me. I am move forward a little bit.
They're in the library with their cameras, and they're coming out they just got shushed a second ago, and they're still talking to her.
Yeah.
And they're creeping up on her.
Peter's doing the pickup line right now on my end.
Oh, now they just got scared by a scary Jocasta Nu. Now they're running out of the
which is a great Funko, by the way.
Oh yeah. Look at that camera. Oh man.
Oh yeah, that's a quality camera.
It's like a Super 8 or something.
I think I don't know. It's probably beyond that. That's a big one. That's bigger.
It's got a lot stuck on it. I don't know. Like they always try to make things look more complex. Just sticking greeblies on it.
Really bust some heads, spiritually speaking.
I'm going to take back some of the things I said about you.
I miss Harold Ramis.
Yes. I watched Strike today. Oh, that movie.
That's a great one.
You've earned it.
I could use a Nestle's Crunch bar right about now.
That'd be tasty. But no, I mean, just the writing, the soundtracks, the practical effects.
This was a perfect storm of a movie.
A lot of great locations.
Yeah, and this was the days when you would, if you wanted to be in New York, like New York is a character in this movie.
Yeah.
This isn't the days when they would do today, they would shoot New York in Vancouver.
Right.
Right.
Well, if you remember, I actually, when I went to London for Celebration in 23, I was walking around and I'm like, wait a minute, why is it New York cabs? And they were filming Afterlife in London.
Yeah. See, that's the thing.
Right by our hotel we were all staying at. I was like, wait a minute, the steering wheel's on the right side of the road, but why is it in England?
Love how he's just got a bottle and he's drinking outside in the middle of this college.
Yeah. This might be some of the reason why they got fired, Jeff.
Oh, yes. Well, they deserve to be reinstated. And they'll prove it.
They, when you've saved an entire city.
Yeah.
Well, the kids loved us.
Exactly.
See, now that should be Crystal Head vodka for Dan to drink it, but that's beside the point.
Right, yes.
I think that's old granddad's old cough medicine.
Yeah. Oh, now it's taking out a.
So one of the things just like
see now this line right there led to a ton of the stuff. The speculation from Afterlife is that's where they thought they were going, not the Spengler, dirt farm.
Right.
So a couple of things that we're going to work on is that coming tomorrow, we're going to launch a poll on our page for movies that we are thankful for 2025. And some of the movies that are listed right now are included a lot of the movies in this era that we talked about, which is pretty amazing. Like we're talking
Right.
about.
So the clarification is not movies you were thankful for in 2025, because I don't think there are 4 of those.
That is correct. But some of the ones that we're talking about right now, they're on the list, are sleeper favorites like Explorers.
Yes.
Is on one. The original Running Man.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Demolition Man.
Also.
Masters of the Universe.
Mm.
Clue. Aliens.
That one. Are we going to watch all 3 endings if we watch Clue?
Well, on DVD, they have all 3 endings, one after another. So there you go. Superman 1978.
Thank you for putting the date in there. Because
I was going to say, is that the actual name? Because I don't remember.
Yeah, because I would go on to whatever streaming platform and I'd be watching it. I'm like, okay, why am I looking at Corn Sweat? Right?
I think the official thing right now is now, it's like A New Hope, is now referred to as Superman the movie.
There you go. Yeah, that's true. And now here's our Star Wars connection for this particular movie.
Yes.
Sigourney Weaver, soon to be in.
Well, now she is. Yes.
Bishop. Yes. Yep. We also have Jaws 1.
1, not 19.
Yeah. Shark 3D. Top Gun, Trick or Treat, Shocker, and Twilight Zone.
I have an affinity for some of those movies. And Trick or Treat is a lot of fun. It's horror-esque, but it's not like super gory or slashery.
Yeah,
it's more kind of low key, but it's got that suspense.
Well, that might be a good candidate for next week. Not even in the poll for movies we're thankful for. That would be another spooky season, because we got one more of those coming next week, friends. That we haven't totally decided what we're going to watch.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
give us some thoughts in the comments and let us know what you think we should watch.
And speaking of this guy who's right there, Mr. Louis Tully, who's coming out of retirement to play Dark Helmet again in Spaceballs 2: The Search for More Money.
That is kind of bittersweet, because I really wish he would have been in one of those Ghostbusters sequels.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
I mean, that's still theoretically possible, but
he actually said that he didn't feel like he could do anything more with Lewis that would have been worth it. But Dark Helmet,
like they got Janine with the proton pack, like they did in the real Ghostbusters. You totally could have had Lewis's redemption with the wand.
Yeah, but did Lewis need a redemption? Because remember, he took credit for destroying the Jello mold outside the Museum of Art.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that's what I'm talking about. Is he tried? He's like hoofed it all the way downtown with the pack, but he didn't actually like get to be successul. Oh, look at there, movies we're thankful for right there. The Galaxy Quest,
and we saw the NES Protector at ILM.
How many times did we walk under that ship?
At least 3 or 4 times, literally.
I would say easily 4, if not 6. Yeah. So we went up and down those stairs multiple times. It was very kind of surreal. Oh, no. How'd they do that? That is an amazing effect.
Right.
Yeah.
Both parts of it. First, getting the eggs to pop out of their shells and then burn on the kitchen counter. Or not burn, but
made that almost like a griddle.
I've seen a documentary on this, but I can't remember exactly what it was. Was that did they say that in the movies that made us? Maybe.
I think so. Either that or it was on Adam Savage.
Well, or it could have been, there was that show with the hostess from Entertainment Tonight that did a lot of those kind of behind the scene movie shows. You know what I'm talking about? She did like the Caddyshack one and a lot of those.
Is that Mary Hart?
Not the other one. The one that was was it Lisa Gibbons after Mary Hart? Yeah, maybe.
That sounds about right. Look at that. It's weird seeing a black version of the Ecto 1.
Yeah.
Although it'd actually be kind of a cool option to have the red deco all over a black what is it, an ambulance or a hearse?
A hearse.
Right. And here's our movie we're thankful for connection with Annie Potts, who was in Corvette Summer with Mark Hamill.
Indeed.
I would have loved to have seen that panel at New York
Oh,
Comic Con with Annie, Sigourney, and Ernie.
Oh, that would have been a fun one. And this is 1984 that he's saying print is dead. What would the quote be today?
AOL is dead.
Well, AOL is officially dead.
Dial-up is
Quite
dead.
dead. Didn't they just have something happen where they
literally
actually-
just stopped.
Yeah,
the dial-up
that
service.
just stopped that AOL entirely.
Who was using AOL dial-up in the 2020s?
So,
Well, I
don't know who it
technically
was.
still
There's
have an
some-
AOL email account.
Well, that's
There was
different
somebody
than
the
using
other-
the dial-up.
There's somebody the other day that I was conversing with for something we were doing, and their email address was an AOL address. And
Yeah.
think that's
I come across those every now and again, and I'm always sort of amazed.
Well,
Okay,
see,
it's like-
I still
you
have
still
the
have
original. Well, you guys know I still have a Netscape address,
right.
Mm.
but Netscape was bought out by AOL, so I check my Netscape through AOL mail.
Netscape used to be the king of browsers.
It was,
You
and
didn't
I
use
mean, yeah,
Netscape,
like
you were
super
wrong.
rural, Sherry. That's like rural beyond, like.
Yeah, I guess if you still have a landline and would need a landline in a rural area, then
Right.
Well, I
would
mean, we
kinda make
used to
sense.
be rural here, but they'd like ran fiber like right past us this
There you
past
go.
year.
so you're finally living in the current times.
Yeah, I mean, I love the working that they've done, all the props and stuff that they've got here in the firehouse.
Mm-hmm. The set dressing for stuff like this is insane. And then half of that stuff is reused in current Star Wars properties.
Yep.
As
Oh, yeah.
something else.
That's all right. I'll take Miss Barry back to her apartment and check her out. I mean, I'll check out Miss Barry.
Yeah, good old sleazy Venkman.
Yes.
That's sort of the standard Bill Murray character of the time.
That's a
But,
standard Bill Murray character of all time, isn't
Right.
it?
Well, still, yeah, he's changed a little bit.
Well, he's an eccentric character.
Yeah, well, I think he was different in what's the movie in Japan?
Lost in Translation.
Yeah,
yes.
that's
Speaking of Sofia Coppola, who directed that, we actually saw it edit room. What I forget what they called them.
We went to a mixing room,
Mixing room.
which was
And
great.
across the hall was the Sofia Coppola one.
We walked into one of them, and we're standing there. We're talking to some of the mixers with Matt, and the best comment from one of our team members. So, you working at anything that we can look at?
They're like, nope. We have signed our NDAs. Thank you very much.
Just like, yeah, we can do some ADR. Are you going to SAG? We
Yeah,
got
I'm
some
like-
things that might SAG, but that's pretty much it.
I'm like, I'll become a SAG member. Just
you
for
could
Matt.
do that. Jeff's done ADR essentially. Like he does an awesome Wookiee.
Yeah, sure. I need coaching from Anna to do it right, though. So
Yes. Speaking of Anna, I just want to give a quick shout out to Anna, who did post some pictures from Booty, Texas this past year on our page this week. So
nice.
And I also want to give a quick shout out to our good friend and family member, Mr. Steve Sansweet from Rancho Obi-Wan, who on their social shared a picture of our group when we were at Rancho. Yep. And stay tuned because the VCN is going to be involved with some things involving the Saga Museum in the not too distant future.
That was the last group photo. I think we might have taken one more after we dropped off the car, but the last group photo in a really cool place taken by somebody other than one of us, was in Rancho Obi-Wan.
Though I will say though that I was flipping through my pictures and our tour guide decided to take a picture of himself in the middle of it.
Lovely.
Yeah.
There are creatures in there. Look! This is the movie with the product placement. There just has to be a Coke, right there between them on the shelf.
Well, they were drinking cans of Budweiser earlier, and then there's like a Miller in the back there.
Yep,
there's Perrier
beers.
Except it's turned the other way.
Smucker's Jam.
Let's get it.
Oh, there's Perrier.
Oh, and there's another Budweiser, Bud Light.
Perrier.
Yes.
Look at this. KTLA is reporting that there's Toys R Us is opening 30 new locations.
Oh,
one in Southern California.
Well, that's good. I know that they were supposed to be putting them into Macy's stores as like their toy section, calling it Toys R Us. And I don't know how that went over, but I miss the amazing stores that used to be branded Toys R Us, because
that, and also I always love going to the malls and going like to KB and Sam.
KB was amazing.
Oh yeah, KB Toy Store. It's good.
KB was one of those unfortunate things where they were purchased by one of those companies that basically buys stuff to bankrupt it so they can make the money off of it that way, and unfortunately got rid of that amazing store. Although I did have issues with KB back in the day, where that was one of the stores where I would tend to go to the store and everything would be on the floor. But I could look around for stuff still, but
well, the days when there was an entire aisle full of Star Wars.
Yeah, that too.
So I told the story before. So when I was in college, obviously, me and my theater geek friends, every time we go to the mall, we would go to the KB toy store.
Yep, that was it, at the mall.
Yep, there, or Sam Goody. We were at KB toy stores.
Suncoast.
And they re-released, at that time, Voltron. And the Lions. It was back in the 90s. And
there is no other Voltron other than the Lions that was on.
I know that. I had to preface that. But we're walking down the aisle, and I hear this little kid say to his parent, "Mommy, look." Yep, said to his parent, "Look, Mommy, a cheap imitation of the Power Rangers." I took my roommate and said, "Hold me back." Hold me back.
It's like, no, kid.
I want to say you raised your child wrong, ma'am.
Yes.
Cheap imitation of the Power Rangers. Oh.
Right?
That's something they need to get back and do live action and do the right way.
They're doing a Voltron movie, I heard.
That's what I'm saying. Is I've heard it's coming.
The animated show, was it?
If they cast Zendaya, damn it, I'm out.
Oh, look at this.
My favorite video, and unfortunately you can't get it for any cheaper than $400, is Alliance, where you can put the action figure in there.
Oh. Yes.
It's gotta be massive.
My stepbrother had that version, and I never had that version. But you got each individual figure and the big clear canopy. They were amazing, and they went with they had the coffin with the clear canopy that the bad guy would go in, and that was badass.
We had the best toys back in the day.
They really were.
Kids today don't appreciate.
They were probably none of our toys were probably safe. I don't know. They probably
our Boba Fett was, as they pointed out at Rancho Obi-Wan. We got the aftermath of the Battlestar Galactica fiasco that some kid choked on a freaking projectile and ruined it for everyone. I hate.
But you know
choking.
now that they're making like rocket firing.
Yeah, everything
Boba Fett's now
has some sort of projectile on it now.
Right. Is like this. I just picked this up at Ross.
Nice.
And like,
yeah,
thing.
Those figures are really cool. I just don't. The packaging really bugs me.
The packaging is really crappy.
I will say that one of the funny lines that probably went over the head was we were talking about the paint job on some of the Fets while we were walking around the ranch, and Matt did snicker at the fact we call it the Earl Shine version of Boba Fett.
The Earl Shive.
Yes. Oh, the reforged, yeah.
But heard some really behind the scenes stories about recently when they were mixing the next Knives Out movie, that they decided Ryan was just hanging out there and decided, let's just put on Last Jedi, and they just sat there watching.
Yeah, somebody got a big kick out of that.
Yeah. We were talking about with JT, the camera guy, who was awesome.
Oh, JT was amazing. He was the projectionist in the theater there for Skywalker Sound, and he was all about movies in general, but Star Wars specifically. And he also was decked out in his variation of the F1 kind of shirt that he had that had all the sponsors all over it, which was fun. And considering they showed us an F1 clip too, so that was awesome.
Which was awesome because we were jamming out to Led Zeppelin for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
But the big statues that are in Palpatine's office were in the theater, so we were geeking out over that.
Yeah. Framing the screen, one on each side, very cool. Here comes our boy.
Yep, here he is.
Not Ernie Hudson, still, unfortunately. That
ugly little spud.
Those versions of them that they had in Lucasfilm were amazing. Like, you can see how refined this version is. I keep pointing the wrong way. Yeah,
there's a really great shot. So there's
tearing shit up.
The guy who ran the Boss Films back in the day, who worked on Return of the Jedi, was a guy named Stuart Ziff, and he just did first con ever at Son of Mossapalooza. And there is a great shot that was on his table of him in the Slimer suit.
Oh, right, where it was like his wearing the torso of Slimer.
He was wearing the bottom half and holding the torso.
Oh, okay.
So like Robin Shelley was in Ghostbusters 2.
Look at this. This is amazing.
What the hell are you doing? But
there it is. This stuff was groundbreaking 40 years ago, but yeah, what I was saying was the variations that they had, like the earlier versions of Slimer. He had some, like right here, he's got the really like big kind of even teeth, and the earlier version had these nasty, gnarled, funky looking teeth.
Right.
Which would have made him a lot scarier, I think, but because they didn't want to scare the kids too much.
Well, Pterodogs scared the crap out of me as a kid. Like, I could say between Chewie almost killing himself, Pterodogs, and Large Marge.
Yeah.
Oh, and Michael Jackson's Thriller all scared the crap out of that kid.
That'll do that.
Zombies. Yeah, Large Marge.
What about like freaky. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Like the judge when he.
Oh my God! So we were talking about that when we saw the flat judge in ILM. We actually were talking about, and they talk like this.
Yeah, they had the prop of Christopher Lloyd like flat, and that was the one thing that our tour guide said he would really like to have in his collection. And there was a whole bunch of other stuff that I would like, but that was pretty cool. I love this. It's like, oh, there's nothing going on in there.
And the flowers are still standing.
Yeah.
I would want that trench run that we saw.
With the Falcon,
Either the Falcon or the X-Wing.
it was like a box. I
Yeah.
remember there was part of the trench and it had the Falcon like right
Yeah.
next to it.
But we
Yeah,
were
that
talking
was
about
really
like Slimer is didn't Lauren Vogt help with the Slimer?
She helped with it's Ghostbusters 2.
Oh,
Is it Slimer in 2?
Yeah, 2.
Yeah. Okay.
And she worked on one of the Fratelli brothers as well.
Uh-huh.
nice.
We saw both Fratelli brothers on the tour. But yes,
How is
we saw that I sent Dave a picture of the Filoni Funko and the plushie of Filoni that we saw.
You mean the plushie of me that they have in the museum?
Yes.
the
It was
plushie
funny
of Dave?
because the guy that would Brian, who was a friend of MBO, thank you very much for the tour.
Oh yeah,
He handles the toys. Like he's in the toy branding division. So we were talking about Funko and Black Series and the difference between a Black Series bucket and an EFX bucket and a Duo Nova bucket.
oh, he had a lot of opinions on a lot of that. The variations of product that you can get from the off the shelf.
You know what
to
you
the
should have done?
Not professional, but higher end.
You
stuff.
should have taken and slipped a little plushie into the collection. Just kind of left it on a shelf.
Yeah. We probably would have got electrocuted, but that would have been okay. We could have got wrong fingers there, son.
It's right there.
I'm like, what is he? He's gonna. What is he?
That would have been just hilarious.
So that actually could have technically happened. It could have been the third item on the award shelf that was purchased, retail versus one.
Yes.
Well, the thing is, Steve does have a whole
Steve,
section
that's where it can go.
That's what I was talking about. It's like, yeah, it is.
I thought you meant in Lucasfilm.
No. He had a fan made section, like a whole shelf that's just fan made merch.
That's where my head went to one of the prams that I have back here that Yoda lives in. I'm like, I need to send one to Steve so it can be on display.
Well, you actually said during the end thing, it's like, I have a BB-8 item that you don't have. And he's like, what?
No, he said, there's a billion items that I don't have, basically, is what he said.
Well,
and also it's just because it's not in that display in the main museum area does not mean he doesn't have it.
One of my favorite stories was that he likes to be on eBay late at night.
Yeah, he does what we all do, the late night eBay surfing for. That was one what the docent was talking about, how he had purchased a first order trooper statue that he thought was listed as 1/6 scale but was 6 foot.
Ooh.
So it was legit, like a full trooper that, those big ones, right? And he had bought that in the middle of the night some night on eBay. And
well, so it's nice to know that Steve is one of us, because
exactly.
We all like hit eBay, search for Star Wars, arrange it price lowest to that's $1. I need that shit.
But shipping is $30. But
some great stories about shipping. Like,
no, that was the other thing for sure. Everything was like, oh, here, would you love this or like this for your collection, kind sir?
Oh, and we got a picture of it. MVO took a picture of me pointing to it. Right by when you go into the entranceway of Rancho into the chicken coop, there's a sign. It's the cross street of Yoda Street and Jedi Way. We're like, Jedi Way?
Yeah, we know a Jedi Way. That was up at the end where you come out of the normal tour.
Yeah.
When we were going into the new room that was like
a picture of me pointing to the sign like, wait, what?
Yeah, we haven't seen that one
Which
pop
one
up.
of you stole Skip's street sign and sent it to the museum?
Yeah.
Well, we
But,
kept on joking of it belongs in a museum. We left because they right as they were launching the arcade at the end of that.
Yeah, I played a part of a game of the stand-up original Star Wars arcade game, and then a game of pinball, and it's free play, but I got enough points to hear that pop and get me a free game. I took it with
I was
me.
busy talking to Steve
Yeah.
about future stuff and also getting my Rancho Obi-Wan hat, and I got a flannel shirt as well.
Yeah, I wanted to get the flannel shirt, but I didn't. I ended up buying a regular T-shirt, and I'm I got to revisit the option of getting in the flannel, but
And now here we go.
supernatural.
Finally, halfway through the movie, we
Yeah.
have Winston.
Yeah,
Like
40 minutes in.
I dislike this. Like the story that I hear is that this was supposed to be Eddie Murphy, and the part got cut way back when they didn't cast Eddie. I want to see more Ernie Hudson in the original or Eddie Murphy, cut.
What they would have had him doing.
Yeah, because I mean,
I wonder
Ernie
if that was
Hudson,
shot. Like if they actually shot stuff
I don't
with
know.
Ernie.
You
and then
mean they
incorporated it.
Eric Stoltz them?
Yeah, pretty much.
But Ernie Hudson is amazing.
Yep.
And
He's
the
very cool.
fact that the crap that it's taken forever for people to appreciate that, because like literally Ernie Hudson auditioned to be the voice of Winston in the real Ghostbusters, and he didn't sound enough like him. And they hired Arsenio freaking Hall.
That's wacky.
And it's just like, what? You guys are stupid. How do I not sound enough like Winston Zeddemore? I am Winston Zeddemore.
But he's also, if you look at Ernie Hudson, he is the embodiment of the fandom. Like, for example, he will wear his jumpsuit to cons because he knows people want to get pictures of them.
Oh,
That's
yes.
fun.
Ernie is a fabulous, fabulous person to meet at a con. I had the good fortune of doing that once. So far at least, but he doesn't complain. Like, look at the book that he wrote on my figure, like that quote, and he doesn't, he didn't care. Just like right there.
He wasn't charging you.
No.
for
So
6
the
words.
quote is, for those of you that couldn't read it on there, if there's a steady paycheck in it, I'll believe anything you say.
That was what he just said, isn't it?
Exactly what he just said. Yeah.
And, it's a scene in front of the Met Museum, which I did the spitty move.
It is.
Oh God.
I also want to give a shout out to people who traveled in for our event. We saw the King of Swag, Bruce.
Oh yeah.
As well as Matt and Lincoln Freds drove in.
Yep. They were both there, dressed to the nines. Bruce got Diana to sign something to the king, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh,
so
look at
it's in. Yeah, if it's endorsed by Diana, then Bruce is officially the king. Yeah, this is one of those like late night eBay surfing. When I was looking for that figure, I found, gold Ernie Hudson $100 bills.
That's wacky. It's not as good as Bunta Bucks, but it's pretty cool.
No, I would prefer the $100 bill from the new Running Man, which actually has President Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, we don't need a President Schwarzenegger.
Well, according to Demolition Man, there is a president.
Yeah. I think it's probably been mentioned more than that. But I do like that homage to the original Running Man, which I'm a big fan of. So
yes,
I was a big Schwarzenegger proponent for, well, basically still, but mostly back in the day. I'm a big fan of Last Action Hero, which is, I think, underrated, but was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And partially because the opening scene was shot half a block from where I grew up, so I frequented that area quite a bit, and I was bummed that they probably shot in the middle of the night and I was asleep or something and didn't know that they were shooting a scene with a billion cop cars and they were on the roof of a building with a helicopter. I don't know how I missed that.
There's so many like good underrated Schwarzenegger films. I think everybody's like thinks of Terminator, or, but
yeah,
like Commando.
Oh yeah.
Mando's amazing. True Lies.
Right. Well, that's really where it's like that's sort of more next level, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like not standard Schwarzenegger muscly guy, but something more.
Twins.
Yeah. Oh, Kindergarten Cop.
Yes.
Predator.
Yes.
Which was it? What was that, Spencer?
Predator.
Oh, Predator.
Predator,
yeah.
absolutely. Well, that's one that people like really, they give him the credit for that, but it is. Here we go. Now this him.
He's such an asshole. He plays the epitome of an asshole.
But him being the mayor in Frozen Empire, so fitting. That is just such an essay on the government. The asshole bureaucrat that nearly killed New York. Now he's the mayor.
Right.
He's some kind of weasel. I just don't know what kind.
Yes, it's true, officer. This man has no dick.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
What's funny is they don't really have a storage facility. They have a hole in the wall. It's like, where does it go?
But that's explained in like later. So there are Ghostbusters technical manuals and stuff.
I've seen things where it's like there's like a container like under the firehouse or something.
Well, there's like it's there's other stuff in there. There's like a room behind where that thing is.
Right.
But it then goes into this kind of other dimension, really, that the real Ghostbusters, like there's multiple episodes where they go into the storage facility.
That was actually some of my favorite episodes.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's where they went wrong with Frozen Empire, is because that's part of that arc that they should have been doing. That is that's where that kind of should have gone.
They pick and choose that stuff and then they don't follow through on the way it should end or something.
Yeah.
They're like, we're going to just use it sort of arbitrarily. So that scene was great. Like immediately they light up cigarettes and then Homeboy's eating a Twinkie, and it was a good Twinkie, one of the old Twinkies before Twinkie went belly up and they had to sort of rescue him because the Twinkies ain't been the same since.
Yeah.
But the whole like let's smoke in every scene, and then also I'm gonna eat something while you're sitting there smoking. I can't deal with any of that.
I mean, it's the 80s.
Cigarette smoke and food never were a thing that I could handle together. Well, actually, cigarette smoke in general has always bugged me, but anyways, smoke in general is not ideal either. So, but yeah, it was the early 80s too, so that means it was even more prevalent, more 70s ish, even though it was the me generation.
What? You have a date? No.
He's just like, fuck it, let the door close. Tonight.
Okay. The algorithm is listening. Okay, what did I just show you? The Ernie Hudson gold $100 bill.
Yeah.
Okay, bounty boxes. They just posted a Boba Fett gold $100 bill on fucking bounty boxes.
I love how he locked himself out.
Well, that's the running joke. And
then the party's too loud; they can't hear him when he bangs on the door.
Oh, let me in. We're gonna play some Twister. We're gonna do some breakdancing.
Mhm.
Parcheesi.
I love how obvious it is that there's like a picture right outside the window of the city. It's like not even like
Good map painting.
it's okay. It's not. It didn't even seem like it's much distance. Usually they like put them away so it gives it actual distance. So I have
Right.
I was
Yeah.
being facetious.
yes. Well, we saw some amazing map paintings.
Yes,
I
we
have
did.
to say, you would have
And then-
been very impressed by that stuff, Dave. It was very cool.
This is another one of the things with the practical and all that they're about to do with the chair.
Oh yeah, somebody in the chair.
Well, like multiple somebodies.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of spoiler alert. Hands. Look at this wall effect. They used a lot. This wall effect became like
Yeah.
a. Wasn't it the whole premise behind some movie?
Well, they did in Poltergeist. Also, if you remember the Wall of Voodoo video of Mexican radio from the
I'm on a
80s.
Mexican. Whoa, whoa.
Yep.
Radio. I don't remember the video, but I remember the song very well. That was freaky as hell. Uh-oh. Them doggies is loose.
Okay, was she okay with the fact that Terror Dog's hand just barely copped the feel?
That was
Again, I've seen a documentary and there was a story behind that, and I don't remember enough of it to quote it and say.
oh, the one that came around the side, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they were not watching when they were playing their hands.
They were just reaching out.
They're like the 9X Yellow Pages.
So for other iterations of the creatures in here, I think Terror Dogs were Maurice LaMarche, Dave Coulier, and Frank Welker.
Well,
I mean, that's a hell of a trio of people. I think that's gotta be more for real Ghostbusters. Coulier especially.
Right.
We're not going to get into a full conversation about it, but I find it funny that Rick Moranis can actually pronounce acetaminophen.
It's not that hard.
We'll just leave it at that.
Nah. Whoops.
Whoa.
See, now that weird combination.
That's a couple of that's a lovely model and puppet right there. That doesn't hold
Hallway
up.
stuff is a little. Some of it's
well,
good,
and then when it jumps out of the hotel, like the next,
when it comes through the door,
like here, right to where he's running out.
Okay, here's
run out behind him.
Okay, who brought the dog? Okay, but watch the girl in the pink, how she commits suicide.
Oh yeah, going out the window. Yeah.
Nah.
He's like,
I want to know how much. I want to know how much of that is Rick Moranis improv.
Yeah, like improv.
Pets in the building.
Well,
bring this up in the next tenants meeting.
Stuff. He was a king of doing stuff improv.
Yes.
But yeah,
there's we missed this one. It's too late. We could have watched for Canadian Thanksgiving. We could have watched Strange Brew.
Yes.
It is winter.
Right, Ray? Is Ray still in the chat?
We walked by this. When I walked by Tavern, I agree with Amanda. I'm like, cute little pooch. Maybe I have a milk bone.
Oh no.
And New York, everybody just turns right around back to.
And you don't see the dog at all from that perspective.
No.
So it makes it a little less of an issue, right? You're just some weirdo outside yelling.
It makes it scarier too, though.
Yeah. Okay. Whoops.
Anyway.
Mm-mm-mm.
Ow. Are you the gatekeeper?
Yes, well,
The
actually, I'm a
keymaster.
friend of his.
Not that I know of. Whoops, bye.
Nope, that didn't work. Keymaster.
And it's funny how when we were kids, like all the sexual innuendos of this scene with like Dana, and also with Louis Tully and stuff, like went completely over our heads. And now I'm older, I'm like, holy crap!
Well, yeah, I mean, my parents like rented Police Academy on Betamax and showed it to me when I was this age.
Okay,
And
so the
I'm just
shower
like,
scene,
you guys were out of your mind. What
right?
was that about?
I went to see Airplane before it was rated. I think isn't it R?
Yep.
By myself, age 11, was able to go buy a child ticket myself and get in to see Airplane when its first run when I was in Oregon where my dad lived, and saw big old boobies go right across the screen. I was like,
Yep.
whoa.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's also like, I mean, I was much older at the time, but my brothers and I, and the person I was with at the time, took my parents to go see 40-Year-Old Virgin,
Yeah.
and my parents walked down the first 5 minutes.
Well, yeah. But see, here's the whole thing. Now that you're watching this, we're watching this from the lens. Now, this is the part of this movie that doesn't hold up. Like the effects basically hold up, except for like that terror dog scene. The story holds up, and we still love it. The fact that Vinkman is a criminal, basically, here. It's like, yeah, lovely singing voice you have here.
Zuli.
But just like, why is a Ghostbuster a paranormal investigator, rolling around with Thorazine in his pocket?
Yeah. He is very much shady in many ways. When they first show him with that electric zap test thing he was doing with and the guy was actually getting him right. That was messed up.
Well, and even this effect even like really holds up. The spinning over the bed.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I don't know, slow, but it's very well done where you really can't see any, how they did it.
Right.
It's the lines, the scenes, like everything, like it's so memorable. Like Ivan Reitman was just so fantastic with Howard Ramis. They just made gold.
Yeah. Gatekeeper. A horse.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times, in pop culture do we hear there is no Dana, only Zool? Or
Zool.
Yeah.
I think that might possibly just have to do with the company that we keep.
That too. One of my favorite memes out there is when someone got the share a Coke with Dana, and they cross out Dana and wrote Zool underneath it.
Oh yeah,
right. There is no Dana.
Going off.
Got a truck full of Ghostbusters. Oh. Yeah, I forgot this scene.
Oh, the colander on the head.
Mhm.
And of course, my favorite line, yes, has some.
Yeah. I'm not sure he's human.
I'm afraid you're going to die.
There's a lot of cosplays with that do him with that
Yeah,
hat
I've
on.
seen-
Lots of Lewis cosplays.
there you go. Yeah.
Two people who are actually like we're really close with on our end. They're very big into the Ghostbuster community. One is our photographer Jason,
Ah,
and also the guy who cosplays as Baby Belushi. He is a professional Ghostbuster artist.
oh, I think I know who you're talking
Oh,
about.
nice. Well, I mean, you guys know that this was like pre a lot of my Star Wars cosplays was my Ghostbuster cosplay.
Mhm.
Is running that with pre the fact that I had the HasLab pack is like with the little spirit pack modified and done all the things to.
Redecoed.
I like the fact that later on, it's a great Easter egg to the scene in the car is the biblical quote. Ray actually has a tattoo to his arm in Afterlife.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've been questioning that as I didn't know if like that's a real thing. Like, did Dan Aykroyd actually get that tattooed on him?
Well, if you look at people like Johnny Depp, who got the Jack Sparrow tattoo on him.
Yeah. I think that would be incredibly dangerous. Extraordinarily dangerous.
Yeah. So dumb. It's like, here, everything for you.
Yeah, see, exactly that. It's like, Pinkman's a creep.
Yeah. Ooh.
Here it is. You believe in God. Never met him.
Mhm.
There it is.
Sackcloth.
This guy's judgment.
Oh no. See, now they're smoking while they're driving.
Of course they
Always
are. With the
smoking.
windows rolled up.
Yeah. He's not even smoking his. He's just holding on to it.
See, that was another candidate for a line that I would have had. Maybe the reason we're so busy lately is because the dead have been rising from the grave.
Yeah. There you go.
It's very difficult to find a Winston figure that looks like Ernie Hudson instead of looking like Arsenio Hall.
That's kind of wacky. Oh, cops are coming again.
Yes. Walter Peck, consummate bad guy. Also the bad guy in Die Hard.
Also, Biodome.
Well, technically,
Pauly Shore, since Dave, you decided 20 minutes ago to put a review about Pauly Shore. So,
yes.
Biodome's a great movie. Very underrated.
I don't know that there's like, well, for the genre that it is, it's like, is there a bad Adam Sandler movie? Which there is. But is there...
I didn't like Uncut Gems.
I've never seen that yet.
I don't think I've seen that either.
Happy Gilmore 2 isn't that good.
What?
I did not enjoy it.
I like Happy
it
Gilmore
better
2
than
a
any
lot.
other summer movie that came
I
out
thought
this
it was
freaking summer.
rehashed. Even though that I knew people who were Jeff and I know people who were involved behind the scenes on that, and the son of a kid who I went. Well, he's not a kid. Son of a person I went to sleepaway camp with. His son played a younger version of one of his sons. Was in that movie, but I thought it was rehashed jokes. Like I was like, yeah, okay, there was nothing original about this movie.
It was, that's
I
what they've been
enjoyed
doing
the
with the
twist.
lately is always putting a lot of the original back in and then kind of filling it out. But
Yeah. Like I the twist caught me. The twist was like, whoa. But I was also coming off of watching Superman, so I was looking for something to be good.
So
Switch
one
gears.
we probably could have gotten you, but I don't know whether or not you would have liked it. Is they actually in the ILM store they had the crew shirt from Superman, the James Gunn version, for sale.
And so I could like burn it in effigy on my front lawn.
Yes. It was hanging.
As long as you were understanding, that's what would happen with it.
It was hanging on the rack behind register.
Yes,
with the new logo.
Mm-hmm.
Because
you
remember
mean the logo that they blatantly stole from Kingdom Come? That one?
Yes.
Yes.
But remember, Dave, kindness is punk rock.
No. Pretty sure punk rock is punk rock.
I guess you're not punk rock because you're not nice.
Apparently not.
Uh-oh, here comes trouble.
Yeah, see, this is kind of what the explanation of see that there's like an area behind the containment thing that's in there. This doesn't exactly,
like they don't even like they had to come in and build that wall obviously, but they don't show any of that, right? So that kind of stuff always with that little disconnect where you just don't get one little piece of information. Like they should have shown them like walling that up, and putting the thing in or something for like a quick second just to get that.
It's
like I said, I think I've seen it somewhere, and I don't know if it was a technical manual or a documentary or it. The real Ghostbusters gives you a lot more. It's like watching Clone Wars, the animated, that is watching that whole animated series. You watch the real Ghostbusters, and there's so much more information.
Great stories about the Clone Wars movie from Diana. If you watch the her panel, for her taking her son to the. I appreciate you watching. It's funny because I was just standing right by Jeff in the booth, and you see you commenting, and I'm like, yeah, text Dave some questions. Just how's it sounding? Like, is this okay?
Yeah, they were probably getting some extra noise from the speaker being right behind Diana, but
the new lavs worked well.
Nice.
Yeah, well, it was an interesting. It ultimately was simplified much more than I had sort of been making it out to be in terms of what I thought I was going to set up, and also I thought we'd be running off of Chris's laptop, and we weren't. And all, thankfully, Spencer had his laptop. And then we used the phone as the camera, which I had not even, I don't think, thought of because I don't use StreamYard on my phone very often, if actually at all. But yeah, that worked out really well too. Could have that, be a participant.
All right. Yeah. Again, I'm getting a post over here on the Facebook as I'm scrolling from one of my groups that has a bunch of has a colander with a bunch of colored pipe cleaners in it.
Listen, big brother, stop watching us.
I mean, it's that kind of thing.
Yeah, well, that microphone is live.
Indeed.
So, with that in mind, I have only one thing to say to all the people that are watching us right now, and it's this.
Save the hunt for Ben Solo. Yes.
So the plane that was trolling, I guess Disney World, was said save, and then it said hashtag the hunt for Ben Solo. But I like your hashtag better because it's more like the save Solo one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or Solo 2.
Or Save Ferris.
That too.
That's another movie that's quintessential of our childhood.
Oh yes, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, great movie.
Oh, that's good. Absolutely, that's a good one.
It's up there with.
Have we watched E.T.? We've watched E.T.
Yes, we did watch E.T.
Because of the Yoda connection, I think.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Home.
Yeah, you never studied. I love that.
And Uncle Carl as the cop.
Yes.
She screams, she barks, she drools. Not the girl, the dog.
The
She sleeps about
not
4
the
feet.
girl, it's the building.
4 feet above the covers.
Mm-hmm.
The door. See, this is one of the things. One of the purchases that I attempted to make. This was a scam website that got me, but I'm disappointed that it got me. There was an ad for a while there that you could get your own copy of Tobin's Spirit Guide, and I totally ordered it.
Yeah,
never came. Like, damn it!
Somebody could at least have sent you a book with just that on the cover. Could have been empty.
Well, I'd have been happy probably with that, just to have it as a prop for my cosplay.
Exactly, that's what I mean.
For goodness sake!
So there we go, Etsy product.
Yep.
So is that jumpsuit Dan's wearing gray or beige? Because I always see the Ghostbuster cosplayers wearing a beige, a khaki.
So one is beige, is like a khaki beige, but there's a gray suit in Ghostbusters 2.
Well, he's in that jail scene right there, the one that Dan's character had on. I always forget their names for some reason, but
that would be Ray.
Ray, yeah, Ray.
What did you do, Ray?
His looked very gray, and that could just be how it was shot or the coloration of, the monitor I'm looking at, whatever.
We said that to our.
It didn't
Ray
look beige.
What did you do, Ray?
Oh, the gatekeeper and the keymaster have finally found each other.
They're picking the lock. Somewhere on the other side of the city is someone who looks like Louis Tully working in a plant store right now.
Yeah.
Going by the name of Seymour Krelborn.
Yeah. And see, I didn't realize
that looks
too. You really notice
great.
it in that scene is, and I'm sure you're going to see it in Star Wars. Sigourney Weaver is a tall woman.
I was thinking the same thing.
Well, if you, there's a movie back in the 80s,
Rick is also short,
which I really enjoyed. I know MVO liked. It was called Working Girl, and it was with Melanie Griffith, Harrison Ford,
yeah.
And you see how tall Sigourney is then.
And then she's got heels on.
Yes, exactly. Is this true? Yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
Dickless.
Here it
That's
is.
what I heard.
Yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
With some kind of weasel of some kind. Worst edit ever.
All right. The walls in the 23rd precinct were bleeding.
Dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
Oh yeah.
Lenny.
Were bleeding. Oh, your eminence.
What do you mean biblical?
There it is.
I do have an 8x10 of him saying, I've seen shit that will turn you white.
That's a good one right there.
He actually charges extra for that quote, though.
He does?
He charged extra for that. Corbin Burnson charges more for strike this motherfucker out. The good quotes always cost more. One thing I was happy about when we saw Matt, I was able to show him my Bib Fortuna 8x10 that I had him sign. That he did the speech in Huttese, and he wrote it all on Huttese for me. He's like, "Oh, so you were that one."
Dogs and cats.
Well, like Ross Beedman charges for the quote, but he just charges for the quote because, it's the whole thing.
Well, did he have any other quote?
So worth it.
His other quote was,
I don't know.
Owie. They cut that scene, though.
I'm going to miss him.
Bye. Classic. Gung ho.
Yeah. Look at all the army coming in here.
Yeah.
This is what when we Michelle and I watched the other night. We were looking for something spooky season-y to watch. We watched Monster Squad.
Oh, I love that movie. They're doing a whole like reunion tour during the holiday season of the cast.
Wow, that's cool.
Including Jason Hervey. Who's probably like the biggest star of that movie, and he had the smallest role.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
yeah, every Halloween now they're doing a tour, and obviously Hocus Pocus people are doing a tour.
Yeah. This is just so New York, and all the like. The city is a character in this. It's the good old days when they would film actually in the city, make all the things, all the extras. There's a too few extras because Ghostbusters wasn't a huge deal at that point. I mean, if you did that today, the whole block would be lined. Everyone would show up.
I know one of the guys that was in the crowd for this, and they did a close-up of it at one time, is Ron Jeremy.
Nice. Oh, yeah, I think I have seen that. Not that I have any idea who that would be.
Who is that person?
He was the hedgehog before Sonic. Okay, so Spook Central. We were talking about this. We were in San Francisco. The Ghostbusters video game. When you're trying to get into Spook Central and you got the Stay Puft like marching in front of it, and you have to try to get around Stay Puft.
Okay.
You ever play that game?
I don't think I have. What system was that on?
I think it was definitely a Commodore 64 game.
Oh, I was an Atari person, not a Commodore person.
was definitely
like-
not ColecoVision.
I was gonna say I liked ColecoVision. They had some fun graphics on there.
Like this in the documentary I saw, whatever documentary it was, I don't know if the movie that they did this practically.
Yeah.
Just like the level of crazy. Just
Yeah,
Well, if you go on a Universal tour, they do something like this. As part of
they
it.
have Earthquake,
Yeah.
but the scene in Blues Brothers where they dropped the car and it made a hole in the ground, like in the middle of Chicago or whatever, that was filmed on the Universal backlot. They dug up the street and made a big old hole. Yeah. Oh, there they are. They're just gonna climb up out the hole, all easy like.
well, that's what they do.
No, they're not scuffed up. There's no schmutz on them.
They're already schmutzy.
I thought it was funny the other day. I was actually listening to "I Hate You" from Star Trek 4 in my car, and I went to the market, and all of a sudden I'm checking out. There's a guy with a blue mohawk standing right next to me. I'm like, what are the odds? Like,
The algorithm.
right? The Matrix is watching you.
Mm-hmm. Look at those endless stairway. You can see that top part is all like a painting. Yeah.
Well, there's an extra scene, when they come through, and Lou's like, "Did we?" And Dana's like, "No, we didn't."
It's almost foreshadowing how much the crown of that looks like the Statue of Liberty.
Mm.
Hey,
But I'm sure.
Spring for a weekend in Vegas was a Jolly Green Giant.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm sure that they did not have the idea for the script for 2 when they did one. No, there's no way that they actually expected.
This is back when they were like, we're gonna make this movie,
Yeah,
and that's gonna be what it is. And it's like nowadays we have to make this movie and then have the ability to follow it up with 2 more. And
yeah.
it's like it was a different thing. And this was all Dan and his family into that kind of stuff.
Well, it was the thing where this was supposed to be a whole other movie. That they were supposed to be like garbage men,
Look at that
essentially. But
Right.
the original one, I think, was supposed to be in space.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
they were like, it's like this. They wanted it to be blue collar paranormal investigators and Ghostbusters. I think they wanted to call it Ghost Breakers or something. No, Ghost Breakers was a movie that they had to get a copyright in for anyway. They had to get over the copyright infringement. And that was like a classic thing. What was that? That was it Frank Sinatra, I think, was in Ghost Breakers. But
I know there was a Ghostbusters movie that they had. I don't know what they had to do in terms of getting the title for that, because it was like a comedy or something as well.
Well, there was the cartoon Ghostbusters that had like the gorilla in the open, like,
which is
it
why
looked like the Beverly Hillbillies car or something.
That's why they call it the real Ghostbusters, because of that.
And then, but this movie, the original kind of concept was, they're these blue collar Ghostbuster guys, but it was supposed to be in space, and things had to change because the budget, they can't. What are we going to do in space? How are we going to film that?
And also, they weren't really. They're all like Ivy League, and the only real blue collar one is what's his
Winston?
face?
Yeah,
Winston. Yeah. See, this is like a weird combination of effects.
Well, yeah, it's like let's get a Czechoslovakian gymnast or something.
And then they bring in Olivia Wilde in Afterlife.
Yep.
Yeah, go get her, Ray. This speech, this is the Aykroyd quote that you need on an 8x10. This would cost you like $1,000. City, county, and state of New York.
Return forthwith.
Are you a god?
That gets quoted a lot as well. When someone calls you God, you're a god, you say yes.
Yes.
No.
Die. Ooh, yeah, not so good. Ooh. Let's give you. If you are God, say yes. See, I need that one. I need to see Ernie Hudson again and get that one.
They're all synchronized.
Bitch, how we do things downtown. Love how the Gozerian wears high heels.
Stylish. Totally 80s hair. Very stealthy.
Yeah, I mean, Gozer the Gozerian could have very easily been like Brigitte Nielsen.
Yeah, she does kind of look like a brunette version of Brigitte with that hairstyle, especially.
There you go.
Except she didn't.
That's the one I quote a lot. Is we have the tools, we have the talent.
It's Miller time. I say that a lot. Like when we complete a task, that's usually my go-to line.
It's Miller time.
Yep.
Miller time.
I find it funny considering they say it's Miller time, but yet they plug Budweiser and Bud Light.
They had the Miller in the
refrigerator. There was a Miller, and it was in
just
Dana's
was facing
fridge.
away.
But she had a Bud Light bottle as well in there too.
Right, and they were drinking cans of Budweiser earlier.
Yes, it does remind you of Ziggy Stardust Bowie. Very much.
Oh, yeah, very, very kind of that.
Sub creature goes to the Gozerian. Choose and perish.
I heard that it spent so much money to use that camp's name that Ray talks about. Like rights for that.
Oh, Camp Wakanda?
Yeah.
Did it say Wakanda?
Or something that we'll watch in a minute. Could you imagine a large J. Edgar Hoover?
That would have been pretty scary.
The choice was made. Come.
Here we go. What did you do, Ray?
Oh, and then just Aykroyd, the look on Aykroyd's face here.
Yeah, look at him.
Ray. It just popped in there. And you start to hear the footsteps.
Yeah, it's like the It's like the Tyrannosaurus Rex in
What did
Jurassic
you do,
Park.
Ray? Yes.
There he is, so happy.
Just matter of factly.
Yeah.
See, look at
Look at
this.
that.
How cool is that?
This is a great mix of practical shot and a practical effect in
Yeah.
a bigature version.
Good friend of ours, William Bryan, in the suit.
Yes, Billy. There it is.
I use that one a lot too.
I have it right over there actually on my shelf. I have Stay Puft, Billy Bryan on the real Ghostbusters Stay Puft, right next to my Droideka, signed by him.
There it is.
Yeah.
I don't know if you talked about it last week on Dr. Sleep or anything of that nature, but we'll just talk about it right now, especially considering Jeff is wearing the ILM hat right now, designed by the late, great
Bruce
Struzan.
Yes.
What's your favorite
Rest
Struzan
in
poster?
peace.
I saw a lot of them at Rancho, but what's your favorite Struzan poster?
He does so much amazing
So my
stuff.
favorite Struzan poster right now is because I learned upon his death that it was a Struzan poster. I thought completely the Marty McFly Back to the Future opening the DeLorean was a photograph. No idea that was a damn painting.
Yep. So next time you're in Texas, if you have time, Dave, I don't know if you're scheduled, go down to the Galactic Gallery, which is his gallery.
Mhm.
They have a gift shop and stuff there. They have all the originals on
Ooh,
display.
that'd be amazing.
I mean, obviously there's so many. There's, obviously the Gone with the Wind, Empire. There's a circus poster from Star
New Hope.
Wars, Indiana Jones' Last Crusade, the Harry Potters. But I'm going to have to go with Mallrats.
Oh, Mallrats is a good one. I like the fact that there are like 6 or 7 different versions of the Goonies poster with each different kid on top.
What about you, Jeff? What's your favorite Struzan?
Anything Star Wars. I follow his page and they post a lot of really cool stuff in terms of like what you're just saying with the variations of things. They'll do a lot of like photos of sketches before they became the final piece or whatever. But I met him at Celebration 1 and got his autograph, but
when I first started going through cons and at Rhode Island Comic Con, he would travel with the Back to the Future crew.
Oh wow!
Whoa!
Get out of here!
Poof!
Let's melt that marshmallow man.
Yeah, that's another one. This is probably my most used quote from the movie ever. But is one of my favorites. Is "Mother Puss Bucket."
Yep.
Ugh, damn.
Yeah, that's a lot of marshmallow goo.
It looks like he reacted like he didn't know that much was coming.
One of the stories I think we were talking about with JT over at the ranch was he had something. I think he said he was playing with Sam Jackson's lightsaber in the prequels, and I actually asked him, "Does it say BMF on it?"
Nah.
Yeah, Snicker's like, "No." And I'm like, "Well, at least you get the reference, so that's good."
Yeah.
Venkman. Extra sticky. Look at, of course, he's perfectly clean.
Yeah. Well, he has to, be the romantic lead. Oh, sorry, Vinkman.
She got crispified into a doggy.
I liked how they in Afterlife with I don't know the character's name, but how they reenacted this when she turned into the terror dog and then she got had a break.
Oh yeah, it was Paul Rudd and
Yeah.
Crispy dog. I wonder what they made that dog shell out of.
I don't know.
Need to find that out the next time we talk to Billy.
Who turned out the lights?
Check on that little guy. I think he's still got his glasses on.
There, there's one.
Well, if you think about this, is that if you're not taking, any of the characters from Revenge of the Nerds, the quintessential '80s nerd was Rick Moranis.
Yeah. In all roles.
Who does the taxes?
Unlike what was his name that played the head nerd?
Carradine?
Not Carradine. What's his Edwards?
Anthony Edwards. Yeah, Goose.
Oh yeah, Edwards is
He was very much not a nerd like being Goose and being on an ER and all that kind of stuff. Although I guess a doctor technically.
Well, towards the end of it, when his career started taking off, he tried to disassociate himself very much so from that.
Yeah. In the neighborhood. Just came perfect. Ray Parker Jr. Nobody else could do this.
And there's a great video from our friends over at Blues Harvest, at a Halloween Comic-Con. They got on stage and performed it with Ray.
Nice.
That would be
someone I would like to see at a con, is Ray Parker Jr.
He does them.
They had a thing called Ghostbuster Fest or something. It was like a Wizard World one-off that they did at Sony Studios
with the Ghost Corp.
Yeah, and there was a whole slew of actors and stuff, including Ray Parker Jr. and Jason and Ivan Reitman were there, and a bunch of other actors that I didn't necessarily remember. But and for whatever reason, Kato Caitlin was there. Very weird.
See, there was I messaged Spencer something about that recently.
Yeah, you did.
Oh,
look at that! Everybody should be eating s'mores in this scene.
That's right. This is like
big giant piece of burnt, delicious marshmallows.
What a treat this movie is, and we're very lucky to have movies like this within our our childhood, and soundtracks like this as well.
For sure, it's a trip how they've
already got the merch.
Look at that. Yep. It's a trip how they're basically, this is still the ending scene, right? But they're running the credits over it.
Yeah,
sort of like they used to do a lot more fun stuff with the credits. I remember all the Burt Reynolds movies would always have bloopers over the credits.
No, yeah.
Run. We greatly appreciate everybody's watching.
It's not over yet.
Whoa! I'm still talking though.
There it goes.
We appreciate everybody watching this with us, and it's one of our favorites, and a lot of Easter eggs on future stuff that we dropped in this that will probably go over a lot of people's heads, and then later on be like, oh yeah.
Nah.
We're looking forward to that. But Dave, we got a whole bunch of stuff going on in the network in the next 72 hours.
There's always stuff going on the network, and we've got even more stuff going on the network. We have coming up the premiere episode of Life at Light Speed podcast. Is the Colin is gonna take back over, pick back up where we stopped long ago, and really kind of give you some Star Wars news on the weekly kind of deal. Gonna be super cool to have that kind of content back. And then we've got the Unifying Force is going on again this Sunday, and we will have a live episode where we are going to talk about spooky season, right? We're going to talk about a lot of the fall festivities and why it is that we have this, and what some of the cultural things are in the origins of this time of the year. And then we're going to do something that we've been putting off for a while that we haven't gotten around to. We're going to do some in memoriams, right? We talked about Drew Struzan here as what was your favorite. That one definitely needs to be done. But there are a lot of other people in pop culture and media who have passed here recently that we haven't had time to do some justice to. And we're going to make sure that we take care of that on Sunday. Then Monday, Clone Wars Revisited is back and ready to dive into season 3.
Oh, yeah,
they did their with Sherry. They did their season 2 recap, and Sherry, really the Sherry Costanou or whatever Sherry Costanou, really kind of came prepared and schooled the people that were really overly prepared for Rebels Revisited, and she took them to task in Clones. And but they're ready to start watching season 3. Clone Wars has really hit its stride now. It's not that kind of rough season 1 that was off to a slow start. This is some of the best Star Wars out there. Animated, not animated, it just period. Best Star Wars kind of there. So make sure you check that out. And then I'm telling you, people, join us on the Tuesday night. Join us on the Zoom. Come on. There was a bunch of people on last week, right, Jeff?
Yeah, it was a handful of new people, and we had a good group for a while. And some people come and go, and the group fluctuates, but it's always everybody kind of enjoying the conversation. So
yeah, we had a really nice crowd. And then of course, it is Halloween week next week. So I know is going to be back, and I know is going to be talking about their top 5 spooky moments in Star Wars. And be really looking forward to see what JB and Sarah have and what they think of the kind of spooky, scary Star Wars moments would be.
Excellent.
And then we got to figure out what we're doing next week for.
Yeah, we got to know. We don't know. People tell us.
But also tune in tomorrow as well on the page. We are going to put up a poll of movies that we're going to look for what we're thankful for for our 2025 version. And also down the road as well, just to let you know, we are going to be doing our Life Day extravaganza in mid-November with our friends the Skywalkers, which will be a lot of fun. But
it'll be a busy weekend. There'll be at Disneyland. I don't know about Disney World, but there'll be a Life Day observed on Saturday, put on by Obi Sean and his wife Colleen. They're very cool people. They do some fun stuff at Batu West.
And they also did announce there was a commercial that Chewie's going to show up in the red robe.
Yeah, that looked like it was directed at Disney World, Batu East, but we'll see.
Hey, East needs something, man.
But there's also a Life Day celebration on Batu West on Monday, actual Life Day. So, and then we'll be wedged in there on Sunday with the Skywalkers. That should be an interesting weekend.
And don't forget, in 2 weeks, we'll have our annual end of the year event over at Dave and Buster's as part of Rhode Island Comic Con. So looking forward to seeing everybody there. And you never know who's going to stop by when there's a VCN event going on. So please stop by. We got some nice surprises happening this year. Some big surprises happening this year.
Excellent. Yes.
But anyway, once again, thank you very much for joining us tonight. We'll see you next week. So from Dave, from Jeff, this is Spencer saying, we're ready to believe you. Did we do that in Japan too at our commercial?
I ain't afraid of no ghost.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, have some.